Hey, this is Pastor Dave, and this is your Monday Mojo. Hope you had a great weekend. So, over the past 3 weeks, there's been a lot of political activity. Yeah, making your head spin. Um, and part of that political activity are these things called pardons. And so, before President Joseph Biden went out of office, he issued many pardons. In the last hours, he issued some pardons of his family. Since President Trump has been in office, he's issued some pardons, and and it's really a lot. A lot of people are receiving pardons, and there's a lot of people talking about it one way or another. What's going on? Was this right? But it struck me that receiving a pardon is part of our story, right? I mean, these are people who have been imprisoned, have been put in jail, have been incarcerated, and are receiving pardons or at the very least clemency, which means what they did is being forgiven. And you say, oh, yeah, well, that sounds familiar, Dave. That sounds like something that we live out every day because Jesus forgives us. And so we receive forgiveness for those things that we did, that we know we did, that we've been found guilty for, and yet because of Christ and because of God's great mercy and love, we are forgiven. But there's one set of the pardons that that really has got a lot of people talking, and some people in the legal world are saying they're not sure that these particular pardons are going to stand up, and that's the pardons that Joe Biden issued right before he left office that were pre-emptive pardons. Pardons forgiving people for things that they've not been charged with or done. And there's a lot of people saying, I'm not sure whether you can forgive somebody of a crime that they haven't already done. And you can't put a pardon out there that says that. And then it struck me that you can, but actually not you, not me, not Joe Biden, not the president, not the prime minister. Only one person in all of history was able to do a preemptive pardon. Because of what happened on the cross over 2,000 years ago, my sins today were preemptively forgiven. But only one person can do that. So that those others that Joe Biden did, they might not stand up. But the ones that Jesus did for me will stand. And the ones that he pardoned for you will stand preemptively if we will be willing to say, I need it. I need it. It's interesting because one day some friends brought a friend who was paralyzed, and they lowered him down into Jesus' midst, and Jesus was teaching, and Jesus healed the paralytic. But before he did, he said, friend, your sins are forgiven. And he didn't say your past sins, your sins now. He said your sins, which implies that your sins are forgiven. And the people standing around said, wait, you can't do that. Only God can forgive sins. I have to think if I were Jesus, I would have had a little smirk on my face going, yeah, you're right. But he does. And he did. Preemptively for the ways I'm going to break his heart today. And the way you're going to break his heart today. So I think pardons are a good thing. I think receiving them with humility and gratitude and thankfulness, that's an even better thing. It's beautiful. Anyway, that's my thought on all the pardons that have been flying around here over the last few weeks. Have a great week.